What's up, fellas? How are we doing? Good morning, and happy Monday. What's up, fellas? Happy Monday. What's up? We have some things to do today. I actually have a stream to-do list. Welcome back to my rebuild series for the Halloween and obviously all of like holiday event season. Going from 0 Pokeyen in PokeMMO up to hopefully 20 million within around 30 days. That is the current goal. Let me show you guys what I have planned for today. Pretty simple day for the most part, but I have a lot of things to talk about and a lot that changed because I didn't stream my money making challenge over the weekend, but I did have to do some things because I got to stay on that at least like 600,000 Pokeyen pace. I think it's actually a bit more. If we get our calculator up, we can actually go ahead and see really quick. If we do 20 million divided by 30, that means I'm gonna have to stay at a 666,000 Pokeyen pace. So that's the goal. It's technically like 31 days, honestly. So if we do that, to be fair, right, divided by 31, it's around 650k. Around 650k or so is the goal, to make that amount of Pokeyen at least every single day, which honestly can be done in about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, if you're actually efficient with it and really work hard. I want to go ahead and first things first, collect my Pokeyen. I finished XP training the Meowths. I XP trained all of those Meowths and I listed them all off. A lot of them are still sitting here. Some people, undercut and list, which is fine. These can sit here for a long time. If I have to relist them for 270k or whatever, it's still tons of profit. But I do want to go ahead and collect the Pokeyen that I do have, right? All of these. So this is all stuff that I made during this challenge. I double checked to make sure. I bred a Gibble, I think, over the weekend. That was like the only thing here I think that you guys didn't see on camera. I think this is all accurate. I think I caught an alpha. This Parasect was an alpha that I caught over the weekend as well. Everything else you guys have seen on camera. The Gigalith, the Starly I bred. There we go. Putting me up to 1.2 million Pokeyen. Now, you might be asking, Patrouski, what at last Friday you had I had like 3.8 million or something like that Pokeyen in value. What happened? How are you only at 1.2 mil? I've been spending money to make money. I have a bunch of... I'm actually out of seeds, I think, pretty much, yeah. But I have my LEPPAS planted. I'll have to go pick those today. And I also have, you might have noticed, 1,862 LEPPAS, which I'll be picking like 700 more today. So let's go ahead and do... I wanted to calculate my net worth today. So honestly, it's a good time to go ahead and do so. Let's go ahead and start going over what I have. First things first, I have my 1.2 million Pokeyen. We can always add that on later. Next thing, I have my 1862 in LEPPAS. This is times 780 per LEPPA. So that's 1.4 million Pokeyen right there. Let's say 1.5-ish. We'll see my listings that I still have from this challenge, which include everything except for this Mamoswine. And none of this. So none of this page, none of this is from this challenge. I have a pretty good remembrance of what I've listed so far from the challenge. The Golbat is from this challenge. The Zweilous is from this challenge. The Mamoswine is not, I believe. But everything else is. The Hippo, the Togepi's, the Lucarios, the Meowths, and then the Litwick, Staryu, and other Litwick. I bred these over the weekend as well. Did some breeds for profits, as well as this Lucario. I did a few things. This was a flip, I believe. I did a few things here and there. All right, but let's go ahead and get back to... So let's count our expected profit. We've got this 1.45 number. We'll do plus 80k for both of these, just in case they don't sell. I'd rather undercalc versus overcalc. This is also expected profit, so it's very possible I don't actually make this exact amount of Pokeyen, but it should be around this. As long as I'm price checking things 90%-ish accurate, which is usually what I say. I usually say I price check things about 90% accurate. I have played this game for so many hours, pushing 9,000 hours if you include alt accounts, and even that, with that considered, price checking is very difficult and it's very easy to make mistakes. There are so many layers to it. So we'll go ahead and do 140k expected from this Hippo next. Not 1.4 mil. Let's actually clean this number up as well. So we'll do a 153. 123. Perfect. So 153 plus 140k, let's say, for the Hippo. Let's then do plus 100k for the Togepi. We'll do plus 240 for the two different Togepis. Calculating our expected, we'll do plus 80k for that Lucario, even though it's listed at 100. And then we'll do, for the Meowths, we have 3 of them at 270k. We're around at 2 mil or so. We'll do 270k. We'll just undercalc times 3. 810 plus the 2 mil. So that puts us at 2.8 mil expected. And we also have a Litwick plus this. It's 300k plus this. We'll say 350 plus this. 400, 500, so plus 500-ish k. So this is our total expected value with everything on the GTL and our LEPPA berries. We also have 1.2 million cash. So let's go ahead and do 1.2 like this. And this number, unless I'm missing something, I believe I didn't even calc the LEPPAs today. I'm not counting our gym rerun today. That's stuff that I still have to do, of course. This should be our estimated value on day 7 of the challenge, which is honestly, I think it's a little, no, I was gonna say it's a little under, but not really. It's a 7 times 4 would be 28 days. So if I can average like 5 mil a week, that would be amazing. That'd be ahead of schedule. We'll see what I can do, but we're jumping into day 7 with around a 4.5 mil estimated net worth or during this challenge, during a 7-day period. Okay, we collected our yen. We calced our net worth. I rambled about the Ravens for a good 15 minutes because, oh my goodness, this game was insane. If you didn't watch it, please go watch it. Amazing. Ravens versus Bengals. I could keep random. Incredible game. Let's get back to PokeMMO, okay? I want to do my berry farming. Now, I think this is kind of a brave move by me, but I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to stop berry farming. I think this is actually my last batch. My reasoning being, berry farming is great. It's a consistent extra 100,000 Pokeyen per day for a decently little time investment, right? The problem is there's a big risk with berry farming. If I mess up once, if I miss a single watering, if I miss a single whatever, the Pokeyen in is also very high. I lose like 700k Pokeyen in seeds. Like, you lose so much Pokeyen if you mess up once. I've gone 7 days and I've replanted all my berries successfully. If I mess up tomorrow and miss the timer once, I delete all of the progress that I made. And I feel like that kind of risk at this point in the challenge is not worth it. I feel like I'd rather spend 30 minutes breeding for profit or doing anything else. Maybe like even more time just paying whatever. Berry farming, in my opinion, it's not worth the risk for me at this point. It's really cool and it's really passive. And if you do it on alt accounts, it gets very powerful as well. I don't want the risk because I know that I can forget things and I can be forgetful and I can miss timers and etc. I don't want that on this kind of challenge right now. I got my starting capital. I have a lot of Pokeyen access right now. And the more Pokeyen you have, the more flexibility, the more potential, and the more ability you have to make more Pokeyen, you know? The rich get richer in PokeMMO. That is absolutely true, and you have to accept that fact, right? You could sit there and cry about it and say, oh, that sucks. The beauty is, the rich get richer. The more Pokeyen you have, it means the more ability you have to make more Pokeyen. However, anybody can also make Pokeyen from scratch. That's the double-edged sword, like, beauty of it, right? The more Pokeyen you have, the more Pokeyen you can make. Absolutely true. But also anybody can go from 0 Pokeyen to a few mil within a few days. It doesn't take that much. It takes less time than you would think. So I'm gonna go ahead and just collect all my berries, not replant, and then jump into some breeding for profit because I made some insane margins. And I feel like with the Halloween event coming up, guys, I think there is some insane potential with things like Sandile, things like Crocodile, things like Typhlosion. So I want to see how those markets unfold. What's a good thing to invest in right now? If I were you, I'd recommend just holding your cash. I would invest in one of the upcoming events. There's no reason to push an investment right now. You want to wait until event season, right? You want to see the Pumpking goodie bags. You want to see the goodie bags. You want to see what vanities come out. There's no reason to like do it now. You want to wait. Be patient, wait, see what happens. If the Halloween event has good vanities or good investments, get those. If the Christmas one has wait. Keep in mind, if you're new to event season, if you're new to like this sort of thing in PokeMMO, if the holiday event comes out and the vanities are kind of meh, you don't really love them, they don't seem that good to you, that interesting, you don't believe in them personally, I can't tell you guys, oh, 100% this vanity is amazing, it's going to go 1,000 times in value. Nobody ever knows. Like investing is an informed guessing game. If anybody says, oh, this will 100% for sure 100 times in value, overconfidence in a market is a red flag in my opinion. Be aware of that. But if you personally look at the Halloween vanities and you judge it as, I don't really like these, I don't think they're going to do well, just hold your money. Just wait until Christmas. Wait until the Lunar New Year event. I will say the Lunar New Year event historically has done extremely well in PokeMMO. It is, if you're going to invest in one event, it is hard to go wrong with the Lunar New Year event for a couple of reasons. Number one, the Chinese community in PokeMMO is very large. They just have a lot of numbers. A lot of them play, which is amazing. It's a great community. They offer a lot of really cool content over on Bilibili. It's really beautiful for the game's economy, etc., etc. But since Lunar New Year is more representative of Chinese culture, that larger player base loves to invest in it, loves those vanities, etc. So they love stuff around their culture, which is really cool, right? That's why. And also most players spend, you know, most of their Pokeyen during the Halloween event, during the Christmas event. Not as many people save their Pokeyen for the third event, you know, the final event in the event season, as well as a lot of players are burnt out. A lot of players play the Halloween event for 16 hours a day for like a week and then just burn out and then totally skip the Christmas event and Lunar New Year event. And this is a massive mistake. Do not let yourself burn. If you have to play 8 hours a day and then, or less, you know, 2 hours a day and stop, like that's fine. Don't burn out at the beginning of event season. It's not worth it. It's better to just lower your playtime. Have it, you know, every MMO is a marathon, not a sprint. PokeMMO is a marathon, not a sprint. I recommend waiting for the keep an eye out for the Lunar New Year event. I feel like people are catching on for the first time this year, but I feel like the Lunar New Year event is going to be the biggest time for investments. You can have some insane things, and nothing is foolproof, but I think it might be better. We'll have to see though. We'll see how many people catch on this year. All right, so I now have 2,808 Leppa berries, which go for around 780 a piece on average. This now equates to 2.2 million-ish, 2.19 million Pokeyen in value. If someone wants to buy the Leppa berries in chat, I really appreciate it. Reach out to me, let me know. But if not, I'm going to go ahead and move on over to Unova and go do some breeds for profit. Alrighty. It is time to do some breeds for profit. I want to look for Sandiles/Crocodiles. How do I want to start this breed is the question. I'll often look for 20 plus in defenses, possibly with a 31. This Sandile, I will buy that in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? 1,400 Pokeyen, right? 1,400 Pokeyen for a Sandile. Jolly nature, 20 plus and everything. It just needs that speed stat. This is going to be beautiful. This is going to be perfect. Let's go grab a Ditto for this. Now, the Dittos might be kind of expensive. I'm going to be honest. This is going to need 31 speed plus 20 plus and everything else. This is going to be kind of an expensive Ditto. Yeah, 29k. It might still be worth it. I think it has to be worth it, honestly. Let's look for 25 plus in attack to see the price. It's still 30k-ish. We'll go ahead and pick this one up. I think it's worth it. So this costed me so far 32k, let's say. I'm also about to buy an Everstone and a Brace. So that'll be plus 5k and then plus 10k. Okay? So 47k is going to be the total cost of this breed. We're going to buy a Speed Brace, have an Everstone. We're going to pop that onto our Sandile, pop the Speed Brace over to our Ditto, pop this in the Daycare Man. Just impromptu, what's it called? Unscheduled, unscripted breed, okay? Just found that out of nowhere. Here we go. 31 speed, Jolly. I don't even know if this will be profitable. I can't imagine it won't be. Let's go check, though. If I were to look up 20 plus in every stat like this, 31 speed with the Jolly nature, that's the important thing. And then look up Sandile or Crocorock. Sandile, cheapest one is 155. That's with a 31 attack, though. It's a massive difference. Croc, we'll see nothing. Krook, we'll see pretty expensive. What I'll probably do is I'll probably go ahead and list this one for 100k. That'd be my guess. Based on that Sandile with 2 times 31 at 155, I think 100k, maybe 80-ish would be fair. So we're more than doubling up our Pokeyen pretty darn easily. So we'll go ahead and let that hatch. Let's get our Chandelure. It'll be guaranteed as well. We're not rolling anything when it comes to the IVs here, so it'll be pretty guaranteed profit. Let's go grab our Chandelure. I have nothing to XP train at the moment. I've been enjoying XP training for profit. We might go back into that a fair bit. We could even XP train something for the upcoming event season. I'm curious how Cyndaquils and Typhlosions would be for XP training for profit. Usually they're pretty solid. If I look for double 31 Cyndaquils, how much do these cost right now? Around 46k, 47k. What if I include a usable nature, something like Modest? 93k, 95k. Now, what if I look at, so it's 95k buy-in, right? What if I look for a level 100 Typhlosion with these stats? It's around 250k. So you make around, and what's the XP to level? 1 million or so? I think you'd make much more profit doing Meowths. Much more profits doing Meowths. So there's not really a reason to level Typhlosions there, which is important to see. I think Meowth just ends up being the best Pokemon to XP train for profit, usually, because you don't want to evolve it. It's the fear of evolving it. It's a pain in the butt to accidentally evolve a Meowth, but if you have the XP Reamplifier plus Everstones, you get around that whole problem. So it's really, really good Pokeyen per hour, it seems like. Let's go ahead and I'm looking for breeds for profit that will prepare people for the Halloween event. That's mostly what I'm looking for. Yeah, Vaporeons can be insane for profit. That's true with Dittos. That is super, super true. Let's look for a Cyndaquil. Let's go back to our Cyndaquil situation. A Cyndaquil with 1x31 in special attack. I'm not really seeing... Let's do speed since special attack Dittos are actually more expensive on average. Well, it seems like special or speed Cyndaquils are more expensive, to be fair. Let's look for natures. Let's do modest first. 35k. That's correct. Let's check speed. Sometimes you can find some good deals here, so that's basically what I'm doing. Let's do mild. No good deals there. Let's check. We're just checking live. 22k. That's about the same. We're gonna go ahead and pick this up. Been up for 5 hours. You can tell. You can find deals like this. So we're gonna buy that one for 22k. That should be an easy breed for profit. I'm trying to find Rash. Where's Rash at? Now let's do Rash. 2 at 22k. Been up for 11 hours. That's how you can tell. It's how you can tell that it's a good deal when they haven't been up for that long and they are much under in terms of the cost. Beautiful. So we have 3 different Cyndaquils with correct nature that can be turned into breeds for profits. Okay, let's go ahead and go. Are they all special attack IVs? We can look for speed. Yep. Okay, so what we're gonna need here is either a female Cyndaquil, which is probably more expensive, but we'll double check, with 2x31, because we're gonna have to yeah, we're gonna have to Everstone these guys, or Dittos. I think the Dittos will end up being cheaper. Yeah, they're not cheap, but it's the cheapest way we can go about this, I'm pretty sure. So I paid 22k per Cyndaquil, plus each Ditto is gonna cost me about 45k. And then we'll need 3 braces. That'll be plus 30k. And then 3 Everstones. 5k a piece, 15k. So, are you kidding me? All 3... I'm going to buy these up. All 3 of these Cyndaquil breeds is about to cost me 112,000 Pokeyen. Right? Is that right? Wait, did I do the 40... Wait, that can't be right? Because 45k times... I'm sorry, let me calculate this correctly. I think I just did plus 12. I did this wrong. One sec. Excuse me. So it was 22k for 1 Cyndaquil. Plus 45k for 1 Ditto, plus 10, well, we'll do plus 10k plus 5k, so plus 15k. This is the cost of one of these. So one of these Typhlosions cost 82k. That's better. That's correct. That's correct. Each of these Typhlosions costs around 82k. And I should be able to sell them. Let's do Cyndaquil, sorry. For around 93. So not amazing profit, honestly. I'm not making crazy good profit here. Honestly, it might not be. It might be like 5k profit. This is a good example of like, I did this without double checking and it's not going to be as crazy as I thought it was. It felt pretty good in the moment, but it's honestly not that good. That's something important to always check out. So not crazy. That's okay though. I still want to go ahead and go through with the breeds. It's still super worth it. We'll probably make around 5k or so profit per. Not anything amazing, but still worth doing. We'll go ahead and put Everstones on each of these Cyndaquils. Make a quick 5k profit per. And if you can make profit breeding a rare shiny like this, you have a chance at a rare shiny. I think it's always solid. It's always solid. So we'll go ahead and get some of these breeds through. Is it 31? We'll have to brace the speed each time, correct? Yeah, it's the speed we're bracing. So I will need 3 speed braces. I'm gonna get all these eggs made. Our Cyndaquil hatched. Let's see. Do we randomly roll the... No, the nature was Everstoned. But we'll just go ahead and go sell this Sandile for a clean 100k. I think that'll be fair, especially once the Halloween event rolls around. And then we'll go do all of these Cyndaquil breeds really quick. Here we are with the first 2. Double 31, mild nature. Next up, similar situation, double 31, rash nature. Looking good, looking solid, just consistent small profits. Not really what you want to go for when it comes to breeding for profit, but if a quote-unquote mistake is only making 5k per breed, that's pretty good when it comes to breeding for profit. You can definitely do a lot worse. I am pretty lazy when it comes to this sometimes. I don't always check how much profit. Just with breeding for profit, you really can just prepare ahead of time and check how much profit you're going to make. But since I've done it for so much, I kind of trust that I have enough of an understanding to where I usually won't lose money, but sometimes we'll break even, worst case scenario. Right, we have our Cyndaquils all hatched. I'm just going to put them for the lowest price here. I'll put them for 90. Is it even worth it, actually? I'll probably just do 92.999. Hopefully this listing fee isn't too bad. Honestly, it's not as bad as I thought. I am making, yeah, I'm making like 5k profit per. It's not good. I wouldn't recommend breeding Cyndaquils if they're only this much profit. There we go. Yeah, we'll take our 5k with stride. Let's move on to a better breed for profit, something that's bred a little bit less, because when something is bred for profit more and more and more, it fills that market demand, right? So it fills up that need for that breed. But if you find something that has a high demand, but there's less supply, very basic stuff, right? But that's what you want to look for. So I'm going to look at UU Pokemon and try to find a Pokemon that maybe people don't breed as much. I had some really good success with hippos recently. Just keep an eye out for hippos. Togetix, we saw some crazy stuff with. I will say, my Starlies, I say, man, because the PvP PokeMMO YouTubers, people like Spidget and Smooge, made videos covering it. My Starlies, not only have the Starlies been decent profit, they've also sold extremely quickly. People want to have Staraptors and just demolish the UU metagame. I couldn't believe how fast these have consistently sold, so let me keep an eye out for these. Like, this is honestly an interesting Starly. Could I take this and turn this into something better is the question, or could I flip it in some way? There's this Staraptor for 25k, plus it's female. Ooh. The special attack is kind of whatever, but this one's interesting. It's 35k, just needs nature. What does Staraptor? Does it go adamant? Or does it go jolly? Let's go check the UU stats. Check for Staraptor. It's currently going jolly. Okay. Let's go grab... I might even just be able to flip this one, honestly. Kind of tempting. I'm going to buy this and see. This is like, what, 25k? We'll calc the cost of this breed. So 25. And then we'll look for a breeder. I'll look for an alpha one if possible, honestly. I don't know if that... It does want hidden ability access, but it should just keep it from this point forward. We'll look for 31 attack, 20 plus in defenses. We don't need to worry about the speed. Then we'll do flying egg group male. We'll look for an alpha if possible. But if it's super cheap, like this is way cheaper. Togetic, only 15k for this breeder. Plus 15k. I think this is worth it. I think I just picked this up. And then we'll do plus 20k for the braces. Are you telling me this whole breed only costs 60k? I think that's worth it. I think that's worth it. We're going to go ahead and buy both braces. 31 attack. 31 speed. We're letting the special attack just roll / do whatever. We're not worried about that. Let's go grab this, put this here, put this like this. 60k for this. It's not amazing. We'll do... Yep, I don't need to worry about the gender. I don't think... Actually, the gender might matter here. It's probably worth it. I'm going to pay the 5k because being able to put a correct nature on this can actually matter a ton. So I'm going to pay the extra 5k. So right now, I don't think there's much profit on this breed right now, to be totally honest. Let's guesstimate that this comes out Starly, hidden ability access, 31, 31, 20 plus, but there's no nature. I'm not going to assume the nature rolls, right? I paid 65k for it. I could sell it for 75k. That's not great. I don't love that margin. But these are jolly for 150. And that's what I was going to look into is how much would a jolly, let's get rid of one of the stats. Let's get rid of the speed, for example. Let's get rid of this. We would go back to flying egg group male. Let's look for a breeder, not Starly. Doesn't need to be Starly. 45k is the cheapest Ditto. Let's check for 31 speed. No attack. 40k. I might just go ahead and pick this up because then I'm paying. What's the math on this? Plus 40k, plus an Everstone, plus another brace. So if I buy this Ditto, now I'm paying 120k. I want to wait to see if how the nature rolls. We'll basically wait to see how this nature rolls. And then if it rolls jolly, we're in the money. But if it doesn't, now I can buy this Ditto, pay 120k, sell it for 150 and make a bit more profit. I think that'll be better. Hey, Ben, everybody is saying to buy dinner status. Which one should I buy and when should I pop it? I mean, these come down to ask yourself, what do you need the donor status for, right? I assume you want it for the Halloween event. That's what most people are trying to prepare to buy donor status in preparation for the Halloween event. And if that's the case, you probably want like a 2-week, so like a 15-day donor status to be able to have it for the full event. You could even do 7-day, like the event. if you're trying to just dodge login queue, if that's your only purpose is to dodge login queue during the Halloween event, I would either go with a 7-day or a 15-day donor status. Arguably 7-day will be fine, because as 7 days pass and the event kind of dies off, you know, whittles down reasonably, right? Less people will be logging in. There probably won't be a queue 7 days into the event, right? So I would pick up a 7-day donor status and I would pop it like October 30th at 5 p.m. ET-ish, 6 p.m. maybe. Generally, events come out in PokeMMO. You could technically wait if you're logged in online at 8 p.m. ET on October 30th. You could wait until, if the update comes out, your screen will shake and it will say, "Hey, the servers are shutting down." You could wait. Technically, you could wait and then pop your donor status then, which is really funny if you wanted to be like hyper efficient about it. Generally, holiday events come out like at 8 p.m. ET the night of or whatever. So it'd be like midnight UTC. So like 8 p.m. ET on October 30th is midnight UTC October 31st, so on Halloween. However, keep in mind, this doesn't always happen. The Halloween event could drop on the 30th, like that at the earliest. It could drop on the 31st. It could drop on November. Sometimes they're late, right? So don't go into this saying, okay, this will for sure happen. I for sure won't waste my dono. Like, there is risk involved. The devs just never give us a date for anything. Someone actually just commented, kind of upset on my Halloween video, and I try to be understanding, and I responded very like nicely and kindly, like, hey, I'm sorry if this. He expressed that my title and thumbnail were misleading. That he felt like it was a more of a Halloween guide versus a preparation guide. Preparation was in the title, but it wasn't in the thumbnail. I understand where he's coming from. I don't want people to feel misled when they click on my videos. That sucks. I really try not to try. I consciously try for that not to happen. However, he was saying he was upset because I don't even have a date for the event. He must be new to PokeMMO. We've never been given a date for any event ever. Over 10 years, over 12 years this game has been out. The devs have never, ever. I don't know if the PokeMMO devs, I'm not joking, have ever given us a date for an event and been on time. I don't think it's ever happened. They gave us a date for Johto's release and delayed it like 3 times. Same with the 10-year anniversary. I literally don't think it's happened once. I don't think it's happened once where the devs have given us, hey, this content will drop on this date, and then it comes. I've never seen it. So I understand feeling misled, but he's asking for things that have never happened over a game's 12-year history. I don't know how to help with that. I don't know what to do. And it's fair if you just don't know that, but that's, I can only do so much. I'm just another player. I don't have any inside information. I don't have any inside dev, conversations. I just try to hope for the event as much as you guys do. At Patrouski, you also had like a 60-second segment in the video where you try to anticipate the date and talk about when the event will be, but no guarantee. So he basically just didn't watch the video. It would shock you how many people leave angry comments on videos without even watching them. It happens probably at least once a video. This might be one of my most insane food takes, but you have to hear me out, okay? Don't knock it until you try it. This is an adult beverage food take, okay? Monster did the most Monster energy drink thing, and they put out alcoholic drinks. They're called Nasty Beasts, which is the most insane name. Having to recommend someone, oh yeah, Nasty Beasts are really good. What the fuck did you just say? They're actually so good. They do the Nasty Beast tea. My wife liked those, but just the original Nasty Beast, they actually just taste like green Monster or white Monster but like you don't taste the alcohol that much. Everybody always claims for every alcoholic drink, oh, you can't even taste the alcohol. I have a very sensitive tongue/taste buds. I almost always taste the alcohol in every drink. Even if there's like 1%, I will taste it. I swear I could like taste the alcohol in like a vodka spaghetti sauce. I always can taste it. The Nasty Beast. The lemons or the teas or whatever, in my opinion, they're fine. The originals are phenomenal. They're actually so good. Alcohol and caffeine's a dangerous mix. The Monster alcohol drinks don't have caffeine in them. Don't worry. I don't recommend mixing that either. But obviously, it's a Monster energy drink brand, so you would expect it. I understand. I can't recommend the Nasty Beast enough. They're actually so good. They're so tasty. Like 130-ish calories. I don't know if they have sugar. I don't know. They're really good. I recommend them. They're super good. I'm a fan. I'm a Nasty Beast. What can I say? Wait, speaking of taste buds, this is so not fit. This is like not a stream recap clip, but sure, whatever. I learned recently, I don't even know if this is true, I didn't fact check it, but I saw on like a YouTube short or something that apparently babies have more taste buds than adults, which I thought was very funny because we always say like, oh, if you eat like chicken nuggets and stuff and whatever, you have, you know, baby taste buds or just toddler taste buds, whatever. What if I just discovered this? What if chicken nuggets are actually just, and like ketchup is like the best food? It's like actually objectively the best food because babies have such sensitive taste buds. They've realized this. They've come to the conclusion like, no, this is it. This is peak food. And then as we get older and our taste buds dull, we're just okay with eating other stuff. I'm just saying it's a funny hypothesis. All right, back to actually making Pokeyen in the PokeMMO money making challenge. Our Starly hatched. It did not come out Jolly Nature. So I think I am going to go ahead and go buy that Ditto or buy whatever I can to go ahead and put the Jolly Nature onto it. Let's go see. Let's go see if there's a flying type Pokemon or a Ditto will be the cheapest. Let's check though. Flying type, male, 31. Jolly. Like I feel like I should be able to find a flying type Pokemon with these stats. No, I guess not. We'll do 31 speed. I wonder if I could create one. I probably could create one. Ooh, that's the next question. Is it, people don't realize sometimes it's worth to make your breeders. That's an interesting idea. What if I were to, that's an interesting idea. What if I were to take a flying nature Pokemon with 20 plus, brace 31 speed onto it? I don't know. I'm just gonna buy the Ditto. I'm overthinking it. I'm gonna buy the Ditto. I'm not gonna worry about that today. We're going to buy the Ditto. We're going to Everstone the Ditto. We are going to buy an attack brace for the Starly. This should end up being about like a 25k profit breed. Nothing crazy, maybe 20k or so after listing fee. Nothing crazy, but double 31, hidden ability access, Jolly. People really want Staraptors right now for UU, so still pretty happy with it. I still haven't found like a big breed for profit today. You want to look for those 100k, 150, etc. profit per one breed, but they're not always easy to find. And I hopefully can show you guys like, hey, like I'm not over here always raking in the dough. You know, some days are a little slower, some days it happens. Sometimes you find that insane breed where you can make ridiculous profits. That's just kind of like an undertapped part of the market. Haven't checked Rotoms in a while. Let's go check a Rotom breed. Usually Rotoms can offer some insane profits. I've had some really good potential with them in the past. It depends on the prices of Dittos at the time. Look at this. Even 20 plus in any defense Rotom is really expensive. Ooh, what if we get rid of the defense stat like this? Now we find something. Well, now we can find something beautiful. Wait a minute. That might be the strat. Everybody looks up the defensive ones that I've shown in the past. You got to adjust your strategy. When I show off moneymakers, people use them, and you kind of have to, you got to switch it up and change things up. Okay, we'll buy this Rotom for around 5k or so. We'll go ahead. It's Timid Nature. With Timid Nature, I almost want to try to just high roll the defense up and go for 31 speed. However, a Ditto with this speed stat is going to be like kind of expensive, like pretty damn expensive. But if I buy this, I think it might be worth it. Let's see. Let's count it. Because if it's Timid Nature and we buy this Ditto, 50k. We Everstone plus Brace, so it's plus 15k. And the cost of the Rotom was 6k, right? So our total cost of this breed would be 71,000 Pokeyen. And we'd risk low rolling the defense. How much would a Rotom with these stats go for? How much would a Rotom with 20, we'll do 20 plus defense, 25 plus special attack, speed, timid. That's double 31, but if we pay 71k, we could probably sell this. We could probably sell it for a fair bit, no? I feel like we sell it for 140-ish or something, right? I feel like it's worth it. I'm gonna buy this Ditto. I feel like we double our profit or so. I feel like we double our profit. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. I'm gonna Everstone the Rotom. We're going to buy a Speed Brace and Speed Brace the Ditto. Really hoping that this breed looks okay as it comes out. Let's go see. 31, 20 plus and everything. So the defense roll, it has a 60% chance to go 20. As long as this doesn't low roll, we've made good profit. If it low rolls to 12, it's unfortunate, but sometimes that happens. That's how it goes. Let's see. See if we get lucky today. All right, it is time to sell off our Starly. I think I'm going to sell it for just 155k or so. If I were to EV train it, I could sell it for like, and level it, I could sell it for like 230, but is it really worth it? I'd almost always just rather level Meowth. Like Meowth are just too good, I feel like, to level for profit. So we're going to go ahead and do the 154,998 price. That should be around 20k or so profit. Nothing crazy on that breed, but decent profit coming in. Our Rotom, yes, the defense medium rolled. That's what I needed. Okay, medium roll is, I just didn't need it to low roll. If anything, just please don't low roll. Okay, so 3120. The special attack came out really nice at 25. I wonder if that high rolled. Wow. So I would search Rotom, and I would look for Timid as well. Not Toto, Rotom. The Starly already sold. Dude, I don't know what it is. Starlies have been selling so fast for me. I feel like maybe I just go more into Starly breeds. They just sell ridiculously, like way faster than other things. You can say, oh, it's because you're on stream. Oh, it's because Patrouski OT. I mean, that's an advantage I can't take away. I've done tons of, for people who are saying, oh, the only reason your stuff is selling because you have Patrouski, I've done tons of money making challenges like this with alt accounts that don't have Patrouski OT, and stuff on there does sell about just as fast, not as fast. I'll be totally honest. I like to be upfront about that. There are some advantages I get as a content creator that I can't take away. I can't delete the name Patrouski, right? But it's not, if you price things accurately, things should sell about 90% of the time. And even I make mistakes. Like you can see, if people were just buy my stuff just because of Patrouski OT, why isn't all this sold? You know, I have these cheap Patrouski OTs, Ammonites that cost $2,000. No one bought these. Like no one needs them. People generally do just want to buy Pokemon that they need. It's not, people aren't buying my things just because they have Patrouski OT most of the time. Sometimes maybe. We'll buy that Staraptor / Starly. We'll go ahead and list off I got distracted. We're going to list this Rotom. Apologies. 20 plus in these stats. Timid nature is super important. We'll search for Rotom. Sort by cheapest price. 174, but that is with the double 31. I paid around 70k for this breed. I might go like 140k, 130. Let's do 139.99 like this. I think this is pretty fair. It's very comparable to this one, just lacking a few special attack IV. You'll save a ton of Pokeyen by just grabbing that one versus mostly the green number is the thing that matters here. So that'll be should be a pretty fair sale and a good price. Is that Rotom considered comp or semi-comp? Great question. Someone asked me this recently. What is comp and what is semi-comp? I would consider that Rotom personally semi-comp. Comp for semi-comp really comes down to personal perceptions. There's not really a hard definition. There goes the Rotom, by the way. That's amazing. That's really good profits on that. It really comes down to personal definitions. I would consider like a comp. It also depends what you need it for, right? I would consider a competitive. Let's see if I can find an example on my PC. I would consider a competitive Pokemon something with like 25 plus. Let's look like 25 plus in every stat that it doesn't need that much, and then 31 in the stats that it really needs, and then correct nature. Let's see if I can find something that's comparable. Like a funny example, but I would call this Primeape like fully competitive. Obviously it could be better by having 31 HP defense, but like at that point those stats become kind of marginal, but they, you know, kind of a small difference or whatever. I hilariously don't have that many mons I would consider comp. This, I think, honestly, PvP reward stats, I feel like, are the best representation of what's comp versus semi-comp, right? So I think this Ambipom that comes from PvP rewards, I would call this fully comp. It's not perfect, but it's 25 plus in all the stats that it somewhat needs, and then 31 in the stats that it really needs, and then jolly nature. So it's correct nature as well. All these things, right? A semi-comp Pokemon would be something like that Rotom, where it's missing something. It doesn't have 31. It's not 25 plus in the defenses, and it's also not 31 special attack. I think things like that. That's how I define them. But it's also going to be different per person. I think most of my comps are probably considered semi comps. In all honesty, I would consider this Masquerade's honestly a tough one, right? Like it's timid, it's correct nature, it's 31 speed. But then it's 30 and everything else. It's not 31 special attack. So is this comp? Is this semi-comp? That's kind of up for interpretation, right? I would probably call this. It's tough. I don't even know. It might depend on the day. You know, that's a good example of a tough one. Speaking of Dragonites with hidden ability access, let's go see if we can actually find a nice little breed for a hidden ability access Dratini / Dragonair. Let's see if we can find something. We see a Dragonair here with 20 plus. This is, I might just pick this up. 5K. That's crazy that even disregarding the stats, the fact that you can get a hidden ability access. Oh, wow. Wait, let's see Dragonair. Wow. I'm going to be honest. These reached like 10K during like a Lunar New Year event or whatever. And I thought that buying them for 10K would be a decent investment because hidden ability Dragonites are going to be such high demand, yada, yada, yada. I was wrong. I was real wrong because, man, it seems like the supply is so much higher than I expected. Like going forward with all the I didn't think there'd be like that many Dragonite swarms. That's crazy. I almost want to buy this one because it's jolly. The problem is it needs too many stats. You don't want to correct nature too early in a breed. You want to add nature at the very end because you always have a chance to roll it, and it's more expensive to carry over a nature versus just breeding up stats alone. So, but we have this Dragonair that I bought for like 5K or so. It was yep, around 5K or so to be exact. Let's go ahead and find a breeder for this. A lot of today's stream recap is going to be breeding for profit. Apologies if that's not your jam. You can always feel free to use timestamps in the description to go ahead and get a more accurate. If you only want to see something, certain topics, I always put like the big topics in the title as well. So if you only want to see certain things, feel free to always go ahead and use that and skip around to whatever you want to see. Alrighty. So how do I want to? I think I want to go ahead and. I'm not bracing. I'm not carrying like anything over on this Dragonair. Is the only weird thing here. If I looked for, I could do a Ditto with these stats, which will be expensive. That's the problem. Or I could look for a like female Dratini or Dragonite with these stats. Man, I don't know which is better here. This is awkward. This is actually an awkward breed. It only costs 5K for this Dragonair. Maybe I just use this as a male breeder? That feels horrible. Ah, this is tough. I'm not gonna lie, this is tough. Should I just brace something over? Is that the better strat? What if I get rid of this special defense? Does that give me Dragonair, nothing, Dratini? Oh, nothing. Wait, is that working? Wait a minute. Why is this showing? Yeah, there's just nothing. What if I... Oh, this is an awkward breed. What if I do this? I have to save this somehow, I think. Maybe I might just flip this Dragonair. I don't know if this Dragonair is going to have a good breed for profit. This is a tough situation. I might have found something here. So what I could do with this is I would buy this and I would essentially brace the defense stat. I think that might be my best play here. It's really awkward. I'd be paying... Let's calc my profit first. I'd be paying 5K for the Dragonair plus 15K for this breeder plus 20K for the braces. I don't know if there's any profit left here. This is why you want to pre-calc your stuff so you can see. I can see for sure whether or not I'm making money or losing money. But let's check hidden ability 30, 20 plus 31. I think I made profit. Actually, good profit even. Actually, it's no. I don't think. I'm gonna ditch this. This is a good example of a Pokemon that I thought would be a good breed for profit. I think I'm just gonna ditch it. I think I'm going to. I bought it for 5K. I only spent 5K so far. I'm not that deep into this breed. I don't want to continue digging myself a bigger hole, right? So it's better that I go ahead and search for hidden ability, yes, and then do 20 plus, 20 plus, 20 plus, 20 plus, and then just sell this for like 15K, maybe like 10K. I bought it for 5. We'll sell it for 12. Good example of a small flip as well. Doesn't have the Patrouski OT on it. Should sell. Yeah, that. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. I just move on to something else. Isn't this just good? I'm looking at this Garchomp. It's careful nature. People go tank Garchomp. I don't know if they go careful ever though. But maybe they... I'll have to see. Let's go check. The way that you just check. You go to PvP stats. Go to Garchomp. They go impish. Okay. Well, 3% go careful. It's not an amazing amount, but I kind of want to buy this Garchomp and just EV train it. This one's impish for 130 with these stats. This one's missing a lot, but this one's... I'm going to buy this. This one's just good. It has nature. It has all the stats. 20 plus attack, 31 speed, 31 defense. Like, this is solid. I think I'm going to go ahead and just... I'll probably just EV train it. I'll probably just EV train it into like HP and maybe special defense or something. Careful Chomp is run. Ooh, do people use it for ooh, that's interesting, for Jimmy runs? Do you know the EVs on it, Cav? Thank you for the heads up. This might be a good Pokemon to just EV train for profit. Maybe we just get into that. Maybe we find some Pokemon to EV train for profit, and that's our next little adventure. We did a lot of breeding for profit today and haven't had too much success, to be totally honest. Some decent small stuff, but nothing really big today. We also still have our 2,800 LEPPAs to sell if anybody wants them. Rumel, thank you so much for buying these LEPPA berries for 2.19 mil. I really appreciate, even included the 240 yen, which you didn't have to do. Thank you so much. That'll bring my cash stack up to a whopping 3.2 million. Ooh, this is a great question. Question about Halloween. I was watching your video and you mentioned most people do easy mode. What is the difference between Pokeyen per hour between easy and hard? It is a drastic difference. Hard will make like 600 to 1 mil, 600k to 1 mil an hour, I would say. Pretty even late into the event. And I would say easy mode makes like 2 to 600k depending on how far you are into the event. Maybe like 3 to 600k. Hard mode is much better, but it's much harder. There's a reason why people don't do it. You know, if it's like, oh, obviously it's the best Pokeyen per hour, so everybody goes and does it. Like, no, it's hard. It's difficult. A lot of teams keep strategies on lock and kind of keep them private as well as it's frustrating. There's a lot of RNG usually with hard mode strats. Usually they don't like 100% always complete it, which is really frustrating. So there's a lot of factors into why it's just not done as much. Now, hopefully in this new era of PokeMMO, with more content creators and more, public information available than ever, hopefully we see more people being able to do hard mode than ever. All right, next up on the to-do list, we collected our yen, we calced our net worth, we berry farmed, we bred for profit, we could do our gym run, and then I also want to do I want to EV train and XP train this Garchomp, which needs special defense and HP. It'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna have to go buy some other Pokemon that need those similar stats. The question is, should I do that now or should I just go gym rerun? I think I'm gonna go, let's go find at least a few other Pokemon that need these stats, that are just comp Pokemon that are ready to go. What are good specially defensive Pokemon right now in PvP, in PokeMMO? Let's go find out. Let's go to PvP statistics and see what runs special. You can do like Assault Gear, Tyranitar. That's kind of funny. Careful. I don't like the idea of that, honestly. We'll see what else there is. I'll look through it for a little bit and get back to you guys with some Pokemon. We see a lot of sassy Bronzongs. That might be a good Pokemon because Bronzongs are actually really cheap to make. That might be a very good Pokemon that's like cheap to make, and then you could like just EV train it up and just like it's really cheap to make, right? But then EV training it up, you could probably have a decent margin for profit on it. We could go Calm. What nature do they usually go? Let's check PvP stats. This is Bronzong and OU, to be fair. They go Sassy a lot, which is important with Trick Room, I guess. They do go Calm. I actually saw a Calm on that, to be fair. I might buy this one for 100k. Let's see what it would go for. What would this go for at level 50 with EV training? This one's bold, EV trained, 125. That's not a great margin there. What about specially defense? There's just not many. I'm not seeing many. That's the big thing, I guess, is there's just not many options. Wow. That's kind of crazy. There's so few. This is 300k for a sassy one. Wow. Okay. You know what? That might go kind of crazy. Okay, we're going to buy this one for 100k. I think we'll did a good sale on that. And I'm just going to look for bold. This one's already EV trained. I mean, I could flip that, I guess. I don't want to flip this. This just seems so cheap. What if I do 50? Yeah, I'm going to flip this. I'm going to buy this for 125 and sell it back for 180. Like, this is a comp, like 150-ish maybe? Like a quick sale on it. Bought it for 120, 125. 150 would be not a very big flip. Let's try the 170-ish, 180. I feel like that's fair. I feel like it's a good price for this. It's comp, it's ready to go. Might even move set a bit, but like I feel like that's solid. Well, yeah, we'll lock that in. Lock that bad boy in. Okay, let's go find some more Pokemon. We got our Bronzor. Let's check out some other mons that need special defense. This might be a mistake, but seeing both of these Tyranitars, they don't have the right natures is the problem. They're neutral natures, which is not ideal, but someone might still buy them. And I think taking these and EV training them, and they're also level 80. That was the big thing that also called out to me. So I could EV train these, level them to 100, and then just have level 100 Tyrannotars ready to go. So I feel like there's some potential here. I was trying to pick up Pokemon that I could EV train in Special Defense and HP, which all of these should be decent. So I have this Careful Garchomp, which is our big one. I have 2 Bronzors, Calm, and then I have 2 Tyrannotars, lacking the nature, but having really good stats. Like, look at these T-Tar stats. Like, they're pretty solid. Not great nature. Still, like, very usable for PVM or for PvP, whatever people want to do with them. Let's go ahead and get our Pikachu, which I usually use for right here. Perfect. For EV training. So let's go special defense EV train first. I haven't special defense EV trained in an extremely long time. Usually you would do that at Tentacruel. That's what I'll be doing today as well. So I'm going to go special defense EV train over at Tentacruel, and then HP EV train probably at like Stunfisk or Marl, I guess. Let's go. If you're not familiar, this was the best XP training spot for an extremely long time in PokeMMO. But it got overtaken by the Johto spot. We're going to turn on our XP Reamplifier to efficiently EV train here. We're going to mark our teleport location. And it's this spot over here. I'm going to go Sweet Send. I'm at 41,000. Also, I think this happened over the weekend off camera, but not only did I reach 40,000 encounters, but I also reached 41k encounters. So I am at quite a lot of encounters now. Still dry for a shiny, so it's possible I see my first ever shiny Tentacruel right now, which wouldn't be the worst thing. I wouldn't be too mad about it. It's my Pikachu nature and IV. It is not. It's bold nature, and like it doesn't need to be anything crazy. It's good enough where it should be able to discharge. I believe it should be able to discharge and kill here. Yep. Perfect. So I'm going to sit here and EV train all these Pokemon up to 252 special defense, and then 252 HP will be up next. Honestly, I'm at the point where like the dream scenario for me is to finish this challenge early, make 20 mil before even October 31st, right? And then be able to like shiny hunt for a shiny Litwick, or maybe get rid of some other Pokemon, or clear out my boxes a bit more. I honestly might look to finish this challenge early. That would be a dream for me if possible, but I still want to do it by only playing 4 to 6 hours at a max. That will be the goal. This is a pretty good question. Pat, what's better for money making? Leveling 5 Pokemon at once or leveling 4 Pokemon at once while killing with Zapdos? I don't know for sure, but I would guess by far leveling 5 Pokemon. Zapdos is cool and alluring. If you don't know, if you use Zapdos to kill hordes, you have a chance of getting elemental orbs. And elemental orbs are worth like a fair amount of Pokeyen. They're not cheap, 23k or so. The problem is you get like 1 elemental orb every like hour and a half while doing hordes with Zapdos. It is not worth it. It is much less Pokeyen per hour. That equates to like what, 15k per hour, 13k less than that. It's not great. That's a cool alternative, Tom, which is probably true. Using pickup hyper voice Meowth, or sorry, pickup hyper voice Teddiursa. I guess Meowth also works. No. Yeah, no, that works. Using pickup hyper voice Teddiursa or pickup hyper voice Meowth is probably better money than Zapdos. Yes, because then you can combine Sweet Scent. Well, you can't. No, I'm sorry. You can't get Sweet Scent on Meowth, so that wouldn't work. So hyper voice, Sweet Scent Teddiursa. Then you can train 5 Pokemon and not just 4. That's probably the best. I probably need to make a Teddy. I think I might have a Teddiursa on that I don't use, but I probably should switch that at some point. All right, and with the sun in my face and this horde done, these evolutions, that should be 252 special defense done and done. No shiny Tentacruel, not yet. One day I will get one. One day I am bound to get. Everyone's got to get. Every bitch hunter has got to get at least 1 shiny Tentacle. It's like a rite of passage. Next up, I want to head over to one of my favorite like EV training spots that I still need a. There's so many good HP EV training shiny spots. It's actually so cool. Also, this one's like free, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I go Oldale, correct? I'm not sure which town I go to exactly. Yeah, this is it. So what I do here is I heal up, I bike up here, and I get to do ×5 hordes of Maril. Amazing shiny, mint green, super beautiful. I actually already have 1 Maril, and I'm hoping for a second one so I can have 1 Maril and 1 Osmoril, maybe even 1 Azurill at some point, but we'll see on that. Azurill is a shockingly cool shiny, like a slightly different green than the Maril, very, very slight. No way, Bruno. There's someone in chat, dude, congratulations, named Bruno, who is saying they opened 3 mysterious Pokeballs. 3 mysterious Pokeballs and got a shiny Teddiursa. Did you have Dono status or Shiny Charm active? Dude, that's amazing. Yeah, 3 is wild. That might be the lowest count that I've seen. Like open, that's wild. Congratulations, dude. That's sick to see. That's just such a hype moment. Massive congrats, dude. All right, there is the EV training done with. We'll go XP train them after my Jimmy run. Okay, so we're gonna do our Jimmy run, and then we'll XP train with whatever time we have left, or maybe even do some of that off camera. Let's go prep our Typhlosion team. Alrighty, fellas, it is that time again to go ahead and do a Jimmy run and eat my lunch. I'm starting this Jimmy run at 2,832,000 Pokeyen. Hopefully, we should be able to end this over 3 mil, which will be super cool to see. Let's jump into it. I'll see you guys at the end. This is a great question. Is there any use to berry juice at all? I don't get why someone would buy it off the GTL. This is a great question because berry juice like has a value, like has a price on the GTL, correct? So from my understanding, the reason why berry juice holds value is because of the crafting system in PokeMMO, which not many people know about, right? The crafting system, you can actually like break down berry juice and use it within the crafting, which is really, really interesting. So I think there's more profit to be made. Most things in PokeMMO, things are bought because there's like more profit motive past buying that thing. That's a great question. Were Zorua and Cryogonal raid alphas or regular? I'm finishing my alpha decks and realize I haven't seen an alpha at all this year. Cryogonal, I'm not sure. That might be like a Christmas only alpha. I'm not sure, honestly. Zorua is an event alpha that you only get from, is it from, I don't know what event. It's from, Zorua was from an event where you would like complete a grind and then you would get one Zorua alpha encounter that was like guaranteed 4x31. What? I don't remember. It was either Halloween, Christmas, or Lunar New Year. I'm not sure which one, but Zorua was an event alpha you would get as a reward. Zorua was Halloween. There you go. You can get it this year. You can go wild catch one if you want. The thing with alpha Pokedex or like alpha Pokedex completion, it's a cool grind, and I want to complete my own alpha Pokedex at some point. But it's also just kind of a money grind, right? You can complete your alpha Pokedex. Like for your normal Pokedex, you have to go wild catch everything, right? But for your alpha Pokedex, you can, if you have your normal dex done, you just buy the alpha and then rebreed it, and that's it. And that's all it is buying something and then rebreeding it. So like, it's less explorative in the Pokemon world, you know? With Pokemon prices so low, is it maybe a good plan to buy 31s and just keep? I don't think there's enough profit motive there. Like if the 1x31 attack monster IV Pokemon goes from like 5k to 7 or 9k, is really that much of a margin. Like what I would do when Pokemon prices are cheap, when IV prices are cheap, when 1x31s, 2x31s, etc., when they are cheap, just make competitive Pokemon. Like that is the time to make comps, make PVM Pokemon, make all of your raid Pokemon now. Now I do think the one time, hilariously, I think post Shiny Wars, the 1x31 and 2x31 market and such has actually recovered way more than I expected, just from the event being over, which is interesting, and people putting more money into breeding and stuff like that for profit. But yeah, I really do think that if you're gonna like try to like, you know, make an investment in the low cost Pokemon market, just make Pokemon you'll use or can sell later on. Make event Pokemon, Chandelures, Crocodiles, Typhlosions, etc. And you can hold those or use those in the meantime while you hold them, you know? Nothing wrong with making extra good Pokemon like that. I really like this style of play, Jeets. He says, I usually transfer 30% of Pokeyen that I make every day from Jimmy runs and alphas to an alt account. So if I make 1 million Pokeyen a day, I send 300,000 over to an alt account to save for the future. Bro has a Roth IRA in PokeMMO, unironically. Bro, I think that's awesome. I think that's so cool. I think it's based. I think it's a great way to do it. I think if you're someone who like also like has a problem with spending your Pokeyen too much, sending yen to an alt account to act as a bank account, I think is very, very cool. So really respect that, dude. I'm kind of shocked / disappointed that the Battle Frontier isn't more pushed and encouraged in PokeMMO, like giving really good rewards to it, or just really putting more focus into it and rehauling it. Like the idea of like with a MMO or a Pokemon MMO, right? You could take the Battle Frontier and make it like a real piece of content, like make it a real gauntlet, right? And like make it a very cool, challenging piece of PVM content that maybe has some like good rewards. The potential of a reworked Battle Frontier for an MMO format could be so good. A challenging PVM piece of content that gives good rewards as well. There's so much potential there. All right, and with that, the gym rerun is over, leaving me with 3,111,000 Pokeyen. Let's go ahead and go XP train, boys. I'm going to grab my special attacking Rampardos, grab my 5 Pokemon. Now, I'm only going to be able to use 4 of these right now, because I will need a sweet scent Pokemon. So we're going to grab some tank, like this for like catching plus tank. Well, actually, the problem is this thing is 4 times weak to Dodrio. So if I get a shiny Dodrio, it's honestly not a great mon to have there. Maybe I just go with, I'm sure like a Smeargle instead, or, yeah, so I think I just Smeargle, honestly, would be better, hilariously. But we'll just grab the Smeargle, we'll grab our Rampardos, we'll grab 4 of these Pokemon. Maybe I just, what I might do is I might just sell the Garchomp at this level. It's EV trained, level 72, maybe, well, no, I'm sorry, people need this for E4 reruns, don't they, actually? Ooh. Maybe I will take the time to XP train all of them. Let's just head over. Let's just XP train. The best part about XP training is you're just kind of brain dead, sitting there, gaining XP. You're always making progress. You're making Pokeyen. You're getting encounters. You're having your nice shiny chance. It just feels really efficient. Like, XP training just feels really, really good. So, make sure my XP re-amplifier is on. And then also, I'm going to go ahead and pop a lucky egg just to save some time. I know it's not quite part of the challenge, but I feel like I would just be XP training them off stream anyway, so it's gonna save me some time off stream for the most part. But let's go ahead and get cracking. We're starting with level 36s, level 81. Let's see how much progress we can make today. I don't know if I'll be on stream here for the full egg, but we'll see what we can do. No, this is a great question. How does XP training give you Pokeyen? Am I dumb? You're not dumb at all. That is a very good question. It doesn't give you Pokeyen outright, right? But what you can do is you can XP train Pokemon up. Like, a good example is Meowth, right? So you can go buy, if you go 31 attack, 31 speed, nature, adamant, and then search up lowest price and then go to Meowth, right? You could buy a 2x31 adamant Meowth for 80k, 100k-ish, right? Now, if you level this Meowth to 100, now it sells for 260k. So you just made 160k for leveling something, which is awesome, right? It's good for leveling profits to be super good, because that's a good beginner money making method, or even honestly intermediate to veteran, depending on how good the profit margin is. Do these Bronzongs need to be level 100? Probably not, right? I actually probably should go ahead and I probably should just go and sell these. Yeah, let's just do that. Then we'll use the extra space to XP train other Pokemon. But actually, I don't have much time. You know what? I'll dump these in here. So I'm on Lucky Egg, right? So let me just dump those in there, and we'll grab this. So we'll just go XP train these 3, and then we'll sell the Bronzongs after the egg. All right, that is our Lucky Egg done with, and our Pokemon XP trained. We finished XP training our Bronzong, and we got our Tyranitar's level 96, and our Garchomp to 85. I'm gonna go ahead and sell the Bronzongs, and see. I think I bought them for like 100k a piece. Should be able to get some profit out of them, some decent profit. Let's see. They are plus special def, both calm. Let's just check calm. 31, 31, 31. Lowest price, and then search for Bronze. There's not really many options. I bought them for 100k a piece and EV trained them up. I think I might try to sell these for 300k. The problem is it might be fishing for too much. Am I trying to catch too big of a fish with that? That one's like moveset and such. What if I just do, I think this is plenty. I think 250, because that gives me about 150k profit per. I think that's plenty. I think 150k profit per is plenty of profit. I think that's reasonable. I can also go ahead and collect this Dragonair. So if someone wants like a competitive Bronzong, there we go. I think that'll be really, really good. But I think that's gonna be it for today. We did a lot of things today. This will probably be a long stream recap, and for that I apologize. But I hope it's entertaining. I hope every second was filled and like worth your time, right? If it was worth your time, like the stream recap. It means the world. Dislike if it wasn't. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow me on Twitch for streams typically Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. ET. Happy Monday. Discord is linked down below if you want to join a really cool community. If you want to go above and beyond and support the content, if my videos have been helpful, entertaining, something positive to your PokeMMO experience, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations, as well as signing up for Factor using my link in the description are all fantastic ways to help me out and allow me to make the content content that I do. If it's helpful to you guys, I appreciate letting me know. Thanks for watching at all. Have a great day. I will see you guys later. Peace of Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. That really means the world to me, and it means even more worlds to me if you go above and beyond and support my content financially like all these lovely people have done. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.